How is everybody? I've just been enjoying myself. I was just watching a video about a shoplifter getting his just desserts. Apparently, the shoplifter was trying to leave a store with some items. I work in retail, and the security guard was trying to wrangle him, but I think it was an employee or a customer who did the job. He got a big soda and held it like a tomahawk, threw it at the back of his head and knocked him unconscious. That's what I think thieves deserve. If you're trying to run away with goods, I mean, you deserve to get your ass kicked. I mean, don't be a thief. Don't steal. You know. But that being said, let's get to the main topic, shall we? You know, to the main topic. I don't like modern sitcoms. I really don't. I don't think they're that funny. And I think they're stupid. Most of them are. Um, Here's the thing. Here's the tired trope. Thank you for the three likes. If you just came in. But yeah, I don't like modern sitcoms. Here's the trope of it all. Ever since I guess the 90s, this trope has been around. Men are dumb, women are smart. Uh, and I don't like that trope. It's like every sitcom character is basically Homer Simpson or like Peter Griffin. Um, the children are rude and disrespectful towards their parents. I think people are tired of that. Give me, I'm just going to do a little cleaning. And don't get me started on the 90s sitcom Friends. That was the most effeminate male show I've ever seen. A bunch of liberal. I think Andrew Tate talked about Friends and how negative it was to the culture. As you know, one of the cast members of that show died. Trust me, I'm not going to mourn his death. Matthew Perry. That's a guy I will not mourn for. He said, "Get the inject." No. Well, no, and for me it's no, but he got it. Oh, I got several injects. And now you're dead. Nimrod. Effeminate Nimrod. I'm sorry, I can't have any pity for a guy who said get basically the inject and now he's dead. I mean, that's I call the divine kind of cosmic, his own stupidity did himself in. So long, Matthew Perry, a liberal idiot. Do you know what's the funny thing is? A lot of liberals are dying from the inject. They're just having heart attacks. And a lot of people like me didn't take the inject. We're still alive. You're dead. Yeah, who was right in the end? That being said, yeah, I mean, sitcoms, I mean, they're really bad these days. I mean, they're really bad in the sense that they're very anti-family, anti-father. Um, these stereotypes like men's an idiot who can't do anything right, and the woman's always right. I mean, this is stupid. You know, I just don't like modern sitcoms. Even The Simpsons have that trip. And there's some things I do like, some things that I think funny about The Simpsons, but I don't even watch it as much. I mean, The Simpsons, they still have that formula of idiotic father figure, which I just don't agree with. You know, Family Guy has that. I mean, let's say I was doing a sitcom. Let's get into that scenario. Let's go to the land of if it was possible. If I was doing, let's say, an animated sitcom, here's what I would do. I would turn those conventions on their head. Number one, I'd make it a family sitcom. I would. But in this scenario, I would kind of make it like a funny version, like in the vein of Land of the Lost, except in a comedic version, but not Land of the Lost. I would I like to do a sitcom where, yeah, you got a family who travels to another dimension, but there are no dinosaurs. So, but there are other things. And in this case, I reverse the roles. It's a Southern family, and basically the father is the intelligent one. He's the intelligent. He reads books, and he hunts. He fishes. And here's what I do: I put the mother, as the ditzy, bubble-headed wife. And she doesn't know nothing, but she's lovable. She's a lovable idiot. I wonder, how long would it take for basically, the whole feminist to shut it down? The feminists, those would have shut down that sitcom. My premise for this sitcom starts out as family traveling down the road till all of a sudden some type of portal opens up, and all of a sudden everything's different, and they have to adapt to this new world, and in a comedic kind of way, slightly funny, slightly but they're still a family. Make it a 3 sons. Make sure it's a family where there's a father and there's like 3 sons, And I know it sounds too much like Malcolm in the Middle, except, maybe 3 sons and a little girl. That would be a good idea. Make it, just even it out, And it becomes a comedic kind of situation where it's up to dad to basically keep the family together, and where basically the mom is losing her, is basically going crazy. We're stuck here. Where are we? Now, what should I call this sitcom called? Yeah. Should I call it, I'll call it, Out of This Realm. How about that? Out of This Realm would be, it would be kind of in the vein of a little bit of Rick and Morty, except much more politically incorrect. It would be up there with Rick and Morty, with a slightly more politically incorrect, and a little bit more of a survival kind of situation. Mixed between like a survivor, like a survival, more like a mix between kind of like Land of the Lost, with a little bit of but no dinosaurs, and some comedy added to it. I mean, it would be just a really great sitcom. I'll call it Way Out There. How about that? That would be a good name for this sitcom. Way Out There. Way Out There. That's what I'll call it. Come on now. Thanks for the 4 likes. The chat is going cold. I should have made a video about this. Hello. Tim. There are rules here. One of the major rules is no blasphemy, no disrespect. It's Christian stream. No underage people, and of course, no vulgar kind of language. So if you stick with that, you'll be fine. Well, no cussing and no sexual innuendos, like over the top sexual innuendos. You know? And no, above all else, no disrespect. You get disrespectful and you're gone. But yeah, the point is here, I was talking about how much I don't like modern sitcoms. They're tired tropes, and I would go in a different direction if I was creating my own sitcom. I'd call it Way Out There. Okay. I don't want to repeat myself, but yeah, I have a real problem with modern sitcoms. And I don't like the tired formula. I never liked Friends. Friends sucked. It was the most effeminate show I've ever seen. It takes place in a very effeminate, it's just like effeminate men. I think Andrew Tate's breakdown of Friends was just spot on about how, there was nothing but effeminate men on that show. No masculine men on the show. It was just effeminate comedy, That being said, also I didn't like a lot. I don't like the concept in sitcoms today that's been done since the 90s of basically the idiotic father and basically the super smart and mother. I don't like that. Because it's not really matching of reality, to be honest with you. I will say, I liked King of the Hill. Hank Hill was not an idiot. He was not depicted as an idiot in any sense of the word. He was the most masculine, in my opinion, father figure, in basically in sitcom history, Well, besides the, like the 50s sitcoms, Fathers Knows Best and everything like that. But, Hank Hill was pretty good. I know people say I look like him. Hank Hill wasn't depicted as an idiot. He was actually quite intelligent. And he was a very morally upright guy, which is something you don't see in sitcoms today. You know, I like Married with Children, but I have to say that they did depict men as idiots in that particular um, series. It was funny and everything. But he was more masculine than most sitcoms today. You know, and I did like Married with Children, but it's but there are some things I can be critical of. You know. Ah, 6 likes. That's awesome. The point is here is that well, if I had to cut through the bull crap of sitcoms today like a sharp knife, I would say that sitcoms, you know, are terrible, and they're based on chill about what? It's my stream, okay? I'm talking about, you know, sitcoms here. You don't want to talk about sitcoms? I'm having fun talking about them. Hey, this is an outdoor channel, man. That's a pocket knife, okay? Don't tell me how to run my chat stream. Thank you, Iron Man. The point is, I don't like modern sitcoms. I really don't. And I get disenchanted with them. Hello, Undertale fan. Are you familiar with the rules of this stream? I guess you're not. Anyway, getting back to my point, I don't like modern sitcoms because they depict men as idiots. Anytime you have a sitcom with a family, like Family Guy, Simpsons, the man is always depicted as a moron. You know? And like I said, I would like to do a sitcom called Way Out There about a family where the man is smart, he's capable, he's intelligent. You know, he's got a wife who is anything but. She's a bubblehead. She's a ditzy bubblehead. Very emotional. And basically, a portal to another dimension opens up, and now they gotta survive in this another dimension. Thank you, Jake. Thank you. And my concept for the sitcom is this: make the guy kind of like a survivalist. Make the guy kind of like an outdoor guy, and he's coming back from a camping trip, and there's something weird happens, and with his family, his wife is a bit of a bubblehead. She's basically the comic relief. Because I'm reversing those roles, by the way, in my sitcom. My sitcom is going to be like this: you have a bubbleheaded wife. You know what I mean? Ditzy. I'll use the word ditzy. As if, whatever. You know? And she has, and him, and the man is a smart guy. He's in good shape. He's outdoorsman. You know, he's into different things. He has 3 sons and a daughter, and a baby daughter. And they get caught in the unusual phenomena where they get thrown into another dimension. You know? And now they got to survive in another dimension. And I'm going to add some comedy to it. It's going to be a little Rick and Morty with a little bit of you know, kind of like kind of like a Bear Grylls kind of twist on it, you know, almost like a Swiss Family Robinson interdimensional style, you know, and I think that would work. I'm gonna make it funny, but cool, you know, and it's probably gonna be like a mockery of some of those. It's probably going to be like a little bit of a comedic look at some of those 60s. Like I remember a 60s cartoon that was on Boomerang when I was a kid. When I used to watch, where basically a family got stuck in Dinosaur Valley, except it's without the dinosaurs. Because if we're in another dimension, I would think that the flora and fauna is slightly like ours, but not like ours. You know, so make it interesting. And that's the point. Yes, I'm glad you agree, Iron Man. I'm glad you're back. I've been thinking about you. And me and good friend Camo Camper have been wondering about you. You know, if you were all right and everything. You know, but I'm glad you're all right. I'm glad you're feeling better and everything like that. And that's good. But yeah, I can say that I don't like sitcoms. I really don't. At least the modern ones. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of great ones from the 50s. Father Knows Best, Leave It to Beaver, you know. Um, I never liked the Brady Bunch. I like Married with Children, but still, the father's depicted as an idiot. Even though I will say this, that the wife is not that bright herself, to be honest with you. In Married with Children, yeah, the father is depicted as an idiot, but at the very least, you have the balance of the fact that the wife isn't that bright herself. You know, it's like so then but at least Al had common sense. You know, Al Bundy might have been not that bright, but he had a lot of common sense. You know, which balanced it out, in my opinion. You know, but Homer Simpson was just a terrible depiction of a father, and so is basically Peter Griffin. I'm glad you're laughing, Hunter. Amen, Iron Man. Well, God bless you, Iron Man. I'm glad you're hanging in there. Now, the point is that, like I said, I have a concept for a sitcom, and fat chance it'll ever get made. But if you want to do a Kickstarter, maybe to get me to get this animated sitcom made, at least a pilot made, you know, maybe if my fans here will kickstart, I will actually make this sitcom. I'll call it Way Out There. That's going to be the name of the sitcom. Way Out There. It's going to be like an interdimensional Swiss Family Robinson. Hello, Haley. How are you? And trust me, I'm going to turn those stereotypes. Doing great, Camo Camp. I'm glad to hear from you. I'm glad to see you here. Thank you, Iron Man. See, Iron Man don't play. He's my Iron Man. Cause he enforces the Iron Rule. Anyway, that being the point. That being the point, I mean, do you agree with me that sitcoms? Does anybody agree with me? I got 9 likes. I'm loving that. Does anybody agree with me? That being said, and I've said all about the sitcoms I don't like. I've never liked Friends. I don't like Friends is an effeminate men. I mean, Andrew Tate's take on Friends, I think, is absolutely accurate. How it destroyed a lot of young people. You know, I never liked the show myself. I never grew up on it. I grew up on Married with Children. I grew up on, during the 90s, Erie, Indiana. I grew up on The Flash, the original TV series, when I was 13. So, hello, Harry. Anyway, 11 thumbs up. I'm loving it. Anyway, and that's the point. I think that if I was doing a sitcom, I would turn the old sitcom conventions on their head. Daddy would be the smart one. Mommy would be the bubblehead. And you'd have respectful, and of course, the kids would be respectful of their parents. That's true, Iron. That's true, Iron Man. And if I was making a sitcom, I'd bring masculinity back. You know, trust me. Trust me, I would. I would make the father figure heroic, brave, but funny in his own way. I'd give him a kind of sardonic sense of humor. Of course, honey. You're a son. Oh, I got a new lantern here. It's from Walmart. It's from Ozark. Takes D batteries. I gotta go get some some D's. D batteries. I got a few other things that I needed for the house and everything like that. Extra Sharpies, you name it. I've been wearing my carpenter pants. I can tell you they're very good for hiding away knives and stuff like that. Thank you, Camo Campo. I got 7 views and 11 likes. That's pretty good. But yeah, I mean, I always like to hear everyone else's input. I actually liked Archie Bunker. Or Three's Company, well, that was a little bit weird. I mean, I hate to say it, Jack Tripper, the character Jack Tripper was a guy that was basically, was kind of like, a simp. He was a simp. I mean, he was pretending to be a gay guy, for Christ's sakes. Mork and Mindy, it was all right. Awesome, Iron Man. Awesome. This one takes D batteries. It's I don't know. It's 3XD. Oh boy. Um, I don't know what kind of like number like lettering system that for your batteries. But D batteries is very big battery. Not. It's like this big. We have C batteries, which are kind of big. You know what I mean? Like a cylinder, kind of big cylinder. We have the D batteries, which are not super huge, but they're about the size of half a potato. Um, Size of a small potato. I'll light this bad boy up. By the way, look forward to some more. Okay, if you haven't seen my little video, I'm going to show you some me. I got more footage of me on the range. At the range. I am going to upload some more footage of me at the range pretty soon. Now, I did do a little short showing my Halloween decorations. You can see that on my channel. I shouldn't upload it all. It's going to take me a while to upload all the footage that I got. Interesting. 3D. This one only takes D. Anyway. So there's more footage of me on the range to come. I just didn't upload it all at once. Sometimes you got to save a little bit for later. Thank you, Iron Man. That being said, if I was going to do a Kickstarter, let's say a Kickstarter, I would want to make my own animated sitcom. That's right, my own animated sitcom called Way Out There. It would be it would be like a more positive. It would be like funny, but it would be like more positive Rick and Morty, you could say. It wouldn't be like Rick and Morty. It would be more like a different style. And it wouldn't be like, like as you can see, I told you the style that I would do. I would do a little bit of interdimensional travel, like certain vortexes, there's certain places in the world where people disappear, so, they say vortexes open to those places, I would use some of that as grounds for it, and, some of the paranormal stories that I listen to on YouTube, so. And yes, I do absorb a lot of paranormal content, and I like it. So I'm gonna call my animated sitcom Way Out There. It's gonna be a family sitcom, so, and it's going to be Let's see. A comment has been held for review. You should know the rules before you become red M. You should know the rules before you come into this place. And the rules are, don't be messing around like you're messing around with somebody else's stream. This ain't the boy. This is my stream. No trolls allowed. Trolls will get thrown out in a heartbeat. That being said, I would sure love to hear your feedback on my on basically my concept for a new kind of sitcom. No more bumbling idiot father figure. No, 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 no. No, no, no. Now we're gonna make the mother the bumbling idiot. The bubblehead. Yeah, I'll do a couple of episodes. I'll create some original characters. You know. I could. I should put up maybe some kind of, some kind of subscribed star, some kind of like, funding page for this one. You know. Tell me, who would want to see me create my own sitcom? and who would want to watch it? That being said, there's a lot of good things going on. I'll probably upload a new short showing the fall leaves. Gonna maybe do some more axe throwing. Maybe some knife throwing. If I'm feeling, That's a good idea, Iron Man. Do a pilot. But I need a GoFundMe to basically do the pilot. And I'm gonna call gonna call it Way Out There. And it's gonna be like a sitcom in the vein of Rick and Morty, except it'll be much more it would be like the more comedic. I think I would consider the father figure like the more comedic version of Rick Grimes. I like Rick Grimes. He's a good dad. I mean, I would make a more comedic version of that, but I wouldn't make it look like that. You know what I mean? Just, I would just basically put the pilot on, but I need some funding to basically for all the software and Iron Man. Oh, I already have. If I need someone to do a woman's voice, I mean, I have family members for that. But I will say that the one animated sitcom that broke from those old stereotypical tropes, in my opinion, basically having the father figure as the idiot was King of the Hill. King of the Hill, in my opinion, was a sitcom that didn't depict the father figure as an idiot, but as a very morally intelligent man. Although he was stuck in sometimes, within his own moral framework. Sometimes, the character was kind of like, had his own flaws and foibles, like any other human being. Hank Hill was a very moralistic man. He wasn't an idiot. He wasn't a dumb man. He worked hard. He Gamma Gamba. And people say I look like Hank Hill, so yep. Hank Hill was actually a pretty cool guy, in my opinion. You know, but he wasn't like, like a stare. He wasn't basically the idiot father figure. As a matter of fact, he was very intelligent in a lot of ways. You know. So if I can add a little bit of that King of the Hill humor, man, yeah, I would do that. I certainly would want to stray away from anything that Seth MacFarlane ever did, you know. Nancy. Oh, Nancy, did you hear about? I was talking about how much I don't like modern sitcoms because they depict the father figure and a lot of times as an idiot. Yes, I like King of the Hill too because it was one of the very few sitcoms where the father was actually a very intelligent guy. Man, he had his flaws, mind you, like the whoa, but it's like he wasn't depicted as like a total idiot like in most sitcoms. That's what King of the Hill was, an animated sitcom, pretty much. Um, no, I haven't watched that one yet. Like I said, I don't like most sitcoms today. I really don't. Uh, for one reason is because most sitcoms today depict men as either effeminate or idiots. That's what I don't like. Awesome. Awesome, Kama Kampa. I love a big blade. God bless you, Iron Man. Well, I think I've said enough. I think I've said enough about my concept. I'll leave it up to you, good people, to see if you watch the replay of this stream, if you like my concept. I think you do. Well, I'll put it this way. I'm trying to if I can get some kind of Kickstarter subscribe star thing going. I am going to create an animated sitcom called Way Out There. It's going to be a sitcom about a father. He has 3 sons and a daughter, and a wife who's a bubblehead. She's a lovable bubblehead. And the father is basically a very intelligent guy, very stoic, but humorous, So, if you like my concept, leave a comment on the replay of this stream, because it'll be up on the replay. Tell me what you think. Yeah. Now, I know a lot of people are going to say, well, a lot of women are going to say, don't do that. Don't do that. You'll piss off a lot of women. I've done that a million times in my life. So, and trust me, my sitcom isn't going to be politically correct. So, that being said, it's been a nice stream. I'm about to go. See you, Nancy. Let me know if you want me to do a pilot for my animated sitcom called Way Out There. And we'll see what happens. And trust me, it will not be a politically correct sitcom. Bye-bye.